how I paid my house off in 9 years. And before you say, well, he's just doing this video so he can flaunt his big nice house and tell everybody how great he is and how he paid it off and how everything's honky-dory. The fact of the matter is, a person is not measured by the things he has, but he or she is measured by how he treats other people, in my opinion. Totally my opinion. The other thing I want people to know is I am a general contractor, so there are ways that I have advantages that most people will not have advantages. So it does work a whole lot easier for me because this is what I do for a living. Save up $50,000 before we purchased our new property to build our new house, and we pretty quickly realized that that just wasn't going to happen. We were never going to save $50,000. All right, so we had a goal. So the goal was for us to build a new house, and we didn't have any money, so we had to really figure this part out. So here's how we did it. We got a loan, and we're able to actually pay the interest of the construction loan with the principal borrowed. The reason we were able to do that was because we were able to build the house for a lot cheaper than it was actually worth. 2 kids, we want to build a house. We're 21-ish years old. We don't make a ton of money. We don't have a huge income, but we want to pay for this house, and we want to do it in 9 years or less. How does that work? You build every 2 years, and you can sell your house if it's your primary residence after 2 years and not pay any taxes on your profit. That's the deal. We've actually lived in 5 houses, and the black house is the first house that we built, and it's completely paid for. And the thing is, we could have paid for a house on the last house, but we chose to put that money into another investment. We keep buying property to extend our subdivision that we're building. You say, okay, well, Clay, you're a general contractor. You're able to build these things for a lot less and turn over more profit per house. True, but here's how you can do it. The first thing you need to get out of the way is you got to understand that this is going to be hard work. Anything that's worth having is going to be hard work, and there's no exception to the rule. This is that. You want to have a realistic idea on how much this house is going to cost before you start putting in all this work. That way you'll know if you can build a bigger house or a smaller house, or, you know, right in the middle, just whatever you can afford. This next step, it could be the first step. Like, you could pretty much know that you're not going to build your own house, but some people are persuaded to build their own house when they figure out how much things start costing. Are you going to hire it to be done, or are you going to do the contracting? You're going to save money if you do the contracting, but the problem is being a general contractor is not very peachy. It's not just real easy. Keeping people on schedule, keeping people's quality where it should be, it is a full-time job. Believe me, I've been doing it for 14 years, and I'm surprised I don't have a whole bunch of gray hair. That said, I know a lot of people that are not general contractors that have built their own house, and they survived it, and actually the house turned out pretty dang good. So don't get too discouraged on that. If you think you can do it, you could probably do it. You got 4 more steps to this whole thing. The first step is going to be find yourself a lot or some property that is in a good area for resale. In other words, you want to make sure that when you build the house, it's going to be worth more than what you have into the build. And that is very heavily dictated on the location of the home. So I could build a house in town or in a neighborhood that has high values, and the same exact house can be built out in the country somewhere and be worth a lot less more just because of its location. The second thing is draw some stop wind. The second thing you're going to do is go ahead and get your plans drawn up, and the reason you do this after you get the property is so that you can make the set of house plans fit the property if you need it to be. From our experience, we built in subdivisions just because the resale value was much better, so therefore you're going to have a lot less space to build on. So get the property, then get the plans. Number 3, you're going to get your plans and a cost estimate and take it to the bank. That way they can tell you how much money they're going to give you. If I could make a suggestion, don't tell your banker I said this, and don't tell my banker I said this, although he's probably watching this video, but try to make the cost spreadsheet just a little bit higher than what you're actually going to need to build the house. The bankers don't really like when you do that because they're thinking you're padding it and you're trying to get more money than you actually need, and the truth is you actually kind of are. That way you could pay your note, the interest note, with the principal you borrowed. And this is for somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of cash, because back in the day that was definitely the case for us. And number 4, once you secure the loan, now you can start building. This is where it gets fun. This is where you're gonna be like, It's gonna be fun. And I say that kind of in a joking way, but if you have a good builder, like it's gonna be cool. And if you decide to contract it yourself, if you have a good work ethic and a good attitude, it's not gonna be that bad. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Like, there's no get rich quick scheme going on here. Like, it's hard work, but it's very doable. The scenario is something that pretty much anybody that fits in the criteria that don't mind working hard, don't mind moving every 2 years, you gotta have pretty good credit. I hope this video is helpful to you. And again, I don't want you to think that I'm flashing my material possessions in front of people. Money and material things are necessary this day and age. I mean, but a house is something that we all need, and why not go ahead and have it paid for? And this is how you do it. And if y'all don't mind, subscribe and like this video and whatever else you could do. Yeah.